Alright. Hey Masterminds. Alright, there's two things I want to talk to you about, and this is for those who have actually signed up for the Dynamic Online Storefront and CRM. So that's with Voila Media and QUOTIT. And there's just, if I could share with you any two things, these would be it. So I wanted to get into it. Those of you who have just signed up, you may have just received a login. If you do, log in and it'll look exactly like this here. If you have been using this for a little bit of time, there are two things I want to share with you, just as a reminder, as a refresher. Okay, those two things are it's the agency IDs and the plan selections, or select your plans. Those are both in the settings menu, and I'll share with you in just a moment why they are so important. Alright, so once you do get your login, this is your backend CRM. Yes, you can take a look at your contacts, you can import contacts, we can talk about drip marketing, but that's after the fact. But here, right in settings, we're going to take a look at two things. Number one, agent of record IDs. So this is what gets you paid. Alright, so every carrier that you are currently appointed with, this is where you would put your information. So for example, if you are selling Anthem of Blue Cross of California, it's direct, like say you have a direct appointment with them and it's not Cover California or anything like that, you can choose any one of these here. Company ID, that's usually like I know Anthem and Blue Shield and HealthNet, a couple of others, they'll give you a very special broker ID number, like a J something with HealthNet, or Anthem, it's like GRXY blah 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 blah. Don't even worry about that. You can always use your social if you are in business of your own, or your tax ID number as well if you are an agency, NPN, all the different measures here. The important thing is to at least know what carriers you are appointed with. So again, once you log in, you go into settings and you go agent of record IDs. Why this is so important is because when a client goes to your website and they look at all these different coverages, if they see Anthem Blue Cross and they want to sign up for it, if they see Blue Shield, if they see Oscar, whatever it may be, and they sign up for that and you didn't put your information right in here right now, guess what? That application goes to the carrier, they get enrolled, but that broker ID stamp doesn't get on there. So they're enrolled, they're paying their premium, but you are not getting credit for it. That is why this is so important, and that one of the first things you should be doing the moment you get your login is typing in all of the agency IDs or tax ID numbers or social numbers with every carrier that you're currently appointed with. So you want to do that the moment you get your login. Okay, now does this turn anything on the website? No, but the things that are currently on the website, if somebody applies for it, let's say they do apply for any one of these options. Let's say you are appointed with HealthNet, with health insurance on exchange, like Cover California, and you put your tax ID number in here, your TIN, and you type in your number. That's all you have to do. Just type that in. When you're done with all of them, you click Save Changes up here. That's it. So type in the agent IDs, tax ID numbers, NPNs. When you're done, click Save Changes. So that way when somebody does go online, they go to your website, online storefront, they see HealthNet, they do apply, that information not only goes to the carrier, but before it goes to the carrier, it's going to stamp your tax ID number right there on the broker section, so that way you get credit for it, and that's very important. Alright, second thing, very important. Alright, so I'll save changes here and we'll go to settings. Alright, so both of them are in the settings and under agency preferences. Okay, so we've got the first one, agent of record IDs, everything that you're currently associated with, currently appointed with. Now we want to select your plans. This is what shows up on your website. You have complete control of what your clients and prospects see. So this is why this is so important as well. So you click select your plans, settings, agency preferences, select your plans. You select your state. Okay. Again, settings, select your plans, select your state. There's two tabs at the top, iPro and ePro. You want to update both of them. Why? Because let's say you aren't appointed with every single carrier. Everything is checked off. Each one of these are showing up on your website right now as we speak because it is checked off. The moment you check it so that it doesn't show up, uncheck, uncheck, uncheck. Those are no longer going to show up on your website. So when a consumer goes online, they're only going to see the carriers that you are currently appointed with. Now, don't worry about appointments. A lot of brokers, what they'll do is they'll be appointed with, on exchange. Again, this is Cover California stuff. So if you are appointed with Cover California, you can select all these and that's fine. But let's say off exchange, let's say you aren't appointed with Anthem Blue Cross, but you have this checked on. That means when a consumer goes online, on your website, they're going to see Anthem Blue Cross of California. They can enroll on that because this is checked off. And if you're not appointed with them, guess what's going to happen? That application is going to go right to the carrier and you're not going to get credit. Now, again, if that does happen, it has happened before, let us know. Just say, hey, I'm not appointed with Anthem Blue Cross, but that was on my website. We will work with you. We'll get you appointed with every carrier that you want, by the way. So in a situation like this, if something does happen on the back end, great, we'll just get you appointed real quick. We'll do some BOR stuff and then get you tied to that client. Unfortunately, some brokers have done this, and like the first month goes by, they get no commission. So then we found out what they did. So again, if you're not appointed with them just yet, just check it off, just like this. We're going to check all of these off. And of course, what brokers are doing, they'll, if they're appointed with Blue Shield off exchange, or if they're appointed with everything in Cover California, which is great, any vision providers, any life providers, they'll check off those 2 or 3 carriers they're appointed with. While the carriers are coming in, they're reaching out to us, they're reaching out to me, they're reaching out to Josh, to Sally, to your sales rep over at Dickerson, and they'll say like, oh, you know what, while this is going on, get me appointed with HealthNet. Great, we'll start the process, we'll send you a link, you get appointed, then you'll get your email a couple of days later saying, hey, you're now appointed with HealthNet. Great. You come in here into settings, you select choose your plans. The moment I select this as a broker, that's going on my website. That's more options for all of my clients and prospects that I'm driving to my website. Now remember, again, 2 tabs at the top, iPro, ePro. Click on iPro, exact same thing. You want to do whatever you did with ePro and iPro. These are 2 different things. Yes, it's like the EDI feed, API feed. It's all, back-end technical work you don't have to worry about. All we are wanting you to do is click on iPro and ePro, and each state only check off the carriers that you are appointed with. Because you don't want a client to apply for something online that you're not appointed with. They get enrolled, which again, it's good for them, but you're not getting any credit on it. And yeah, you do have their information in the CRM, but it's nice to at least get credit on it for the things that you do sell. So again, remember, 2 important things. Settings, agent of record IDs to input your tax ID number or your agent ID number with each carrier. Save changes, go into settings again, right? Then you select your plans. So the selecting of the plans is what the client sees. The agent IDs is what gets you paid. All right? So it's very important that you do those 2 things the moment that you do log in. Not to worry if you do need some help, if you do need some walkthroughs. We can do a screen share just like we're doing right now. We will walk through each of these tabs with you to make sure that that's up and running, because that's most crucial, because we want to make sure that everything's done right by the client and their experience is enjoyable, but also that everything is up to date and accurate on your end as well. So then when you update your information, everything goes to the carrier directly, and it's according to your commission structure. Everything is above board, and there's just no mistakes. So it's as simple as that. But again, before anything happens, before taking a look at the context, before doing the drip marketing campaigns, before driving business to your website, we want to make sure everything's up and running in terms of your commission and what the client can experience. And it's just those two pieces. Once you get those set up, you are good to go. We can start rocking and rolling with the drip marketing campaigns and all of the other stuff. So again, contact me, contact Josh, contact Sally, contact everyone here with the Voila Media team, with the QUOTIT team, with the Dickerson team. We are all here. You are not alone. We are here as a community to work together so we can actually get that return on investment and also help a bunch of people here in the state of California. All right. So again, masterminds, thank you for your time. I will see you on the next video. Some might be specific directly to the product itself. Some might be a little bit different in terms of just going out there and socializing and getting organic growth as well. So if you have any suggestions, comments, requests, let me know, and we'll get a video up too. All right. Have a good one.